Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're checking this out. My name is Jeremy, and I am on my way to Mississauga, and this is my first experience in a battery electric vehicle for a long trip. I'm in a 2025 Porsche Macan EV, and I'm excited to see what this is like. My GPS says I have 173 kilometers to go, and my range is at 454. I noticed that it's very quick to recalculate depending on what I do inside the cabin, so that could change pretty quickly as I get going. When I got into the car, the temp was set on high. Just by changing it to about 24 degrees Celsius, my range went up like 15 or 20 kilometers. So battery electric vehicles have a lot of demands on the electrical system, so it's all very much dependent on weather and whatnot. And since it is about 2 degrees, where's my temperature? It's about 2 degrees Celsius as I'm leaving, so we'll see how that affects it. I'm also leaving at almost 8 o'clock and it's already dark, so I'm excited to see how the headlights work on this car. I don't know if this has the HID matrix lights. I haven't checked the M numbers. Also, full disclosure, I am a Porsche technician, so if you think I'm biased in this review, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm going to be as honest and unbiased as I possibly can.
Hello there, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. What's bigger for you?
Can I get a venti white chocolate mocha, please?
Okay. Was that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. We'll see you at the window.
Thank you. This is kind of funny. It sees a car in the lane, but it's actually just a post. Hello. 625. On MasterCard? Thank you. Thanks, you too. Alright, let me just stop here for a second. I have to show you. This is the deepest cup holder situation I have ever seen. I kind of like that, not gonna lie. Alright, now we're ready to go. Alright, I made it to my destination with about 162 kilometers left. So that's a little bit less range than I was, or a little bit more range than I was expecting to use. And actually, if you look at this, the front is pretty small. Barely has enough space for my backpack. But I guess if your alternative is an ice Macan, this is more space. Overall, that trip was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it. All right, second day in the Macan. Didn't film much last night because it was dark and couldn't see much. But there's a couple of things I really like about this. The mood lighting in the doors lights up along with your blind spot monitors, and it pulses, so it's like, it's enough of a visual cue that I can see it out of the corner of my eye, but it's not like super distracting. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I'm just gonna stop here now that I have cell service and get some breakfast. Guilty pleasure for me is to go to get McGriddles. The egg and sausage McGriddle is one of my favorite bad food habits. I didn't put it in sport mode for much of yesterday because it really gave me range anxiety seeing it drop like 20 kilometers, and I was already using it up really quickly as it is. But I did use it for a little bit, and I don't know if there's like much of an acceleration difference. My butt dyno isn't that sensitive, I guess, but it really, really stiffens up the chassis. And it boogies. Boy, does it go. that instant torque is awesome, especially in this city when you're trying to like merge into a busy road. Yeah. I think I could daily this personally if I had a charger at home. The fact that you really only get about half the range in the winter would give me a lot of stress, I think, unless I could charge it at home and didn't really need it for super long trips. Mind you, most of the trips that I would make would be like less than 2 hours, and so I could make it work. I think once the infrastructure is a little bit more developed and you can like plug it in pretty much everywhere, we'll be good to go if we ever get to that point. It definitely would work for someone if they had charging at home and or at work, because where do you spend most of your time? You're either sleeping at home or 8 hours a day or more at work, so it would definitely be enough time. And the only reason I'm able to take this on this trip is because the place, like I'm going to a company training course and the training center has chargers at the center, so I'll just charge it while I'm in class and then go about my day. The headlights worked really good last night. I think I'm gonna have to flip the camera around at some point and do a demo if I can find a time and place to be in the country, because it's like, it's incredible. It's almost like a 2-stage high beam where it flicks up initially and then spreads out. So I'm pretty sure these are the matrix headlights based on that, but I haven't confirmed those numbers yet either. All right, time to get some breakfast. All right, today is my 4th and final day with the Macan, and I'm gonna be sad to give it back, to be honest. I found this to be quite the enjoyable experience. Let me get my GPS set up. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the time I had with this car, actually. The first thing that I did was hyper fixate on range when I first got into it, and by like day 2, day 3, I wasn't really too concerned about what it said. Like I wasn't worried about running out, because it kind of, you almost recalibrate your brain at that point. But this car does a lot of things really well. First of all, I think that it's like, regardless of powertrain, it's a good ride, it's comfortable. And then it does a lot of things for you that you would do in sequence. And what I mean by that is, when I park the car and undo my seatbelt, it knows that I'm probably leaving the car, so it pops up with my charging stuff on the infotainment. So I can open up the trunk, the frunk, or either of the charging doors right there. And then I don't even have to hit the power button over here. I just get out of the car, close the door. A second or two later, everything shuts down. And then as I walk away, the car locks automatically. I'm sure you can't do a lot of that stuff with an internal combustion engine vehicle, but the fact that that's available here is, I found that really, really cool, and you kind of got used to not having to do anything. Like, open the door, everything turns on, put it in drive, your music is connected almost instantly. My phone was dead, I would throw it in the charging, but other than that, I could basically just hop in, put on my seatbelt, and go. And I think that was really cool. A really cool design. A really cool, I don't know if design is the right word, but yeah, so I mean, I'm not a car reviewer, but I do get to sit in a lot of cars just for the job that I do, and I've been in multiple different dealerships since high school, so I've gotten to experience quite a few things, and I really like this one. I did choose to work for Porsche, so I'm quite the enthusiast. So if you think that affects my judgment, so be it. I like this car, and I hope to one day be able to afford something like this. It would be a great daily for when I can't ride the Grom. Thanks for watching this video. If you stayed this long, please hit the like button and subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so we only have about 840 to go. Thanks, and have a great day.